So, the first question, could you speak about your company?
Then first I will introduce me. I'm Frederic Vertenten. I have 44 years old and now I work for GEE since 9 months. It's a fiduciary company and this company works especially in accountancy and fiscality, tax advice. And we are about 16 persons in LAN, and GEE is a member of TIG group. It's a group, they do also accountancy and tax in Belgium, and especially in the area of LAN, Louvain-la-Neuve, Namur, and part in Eupen, Verviers. And we are about 120 persons, they do the same work.
Could you talk us about your education?
And after my humanity, I start to my study to EFEC, where I learn accountancy. I do that in 2 years because it's a different system than now. And after that, I do in the same time a study in law and fiscality at the EFEC. And after that I search a job and I begin in the same branch to a Big 4 company.
Okay. Do you advise trainings after studying accountancy? And if yes, what type of training would be useful for us after EFEC?
Then after EFEC I don't do any more study, but I learn each year because I'm chartered accountant and I have obligation to follow training. Then it's an obligation to follow about 30 hours per year minimum, but during my life each year we have training because the law changed a lot, and it's important to have a good training because without that you cannot adapt and advise your client in the right way.
Why did you choose the accounting instead of another job?
Why it's difficult to answer to this question. It's it's an opportunity. I don't know. I have no specific explanation about that. But yes, after my humanity, I start to the EFEC and I enjoy this job. And after that, I find immediately a job in this branch. And yes, I have a passion about that. And, why? I don't know.
And could you talk us about your work experience? So you work first in a Big 4?
Yes.
Yeah? And after, which Big 4?
I work for 3 different Big 4. Then I start my career by Cooper's Lybrand. And after that I work to Viangro. Viangro is a company that produce meat. I do that during 3 years, and after that I change to another Big 4. I go to Ernst & Young. And there I work about 6 years, and after that I go to Pricewaterhouse in Luxembourg, where I stay 2 years. After that I change to KPMG, where I stay 5 years, and now I'm to GE.
And why so much change of company? Don't you like?
It's a question of opportunity. Then if you stay, it's my point of view, if you stay too long, it's important to have different experience. If you stay too long, it's quite difficult because there are a lot of pressure to Big 4, and then it's important to change and to have a new idea and to renew your brand.
What do you think attractive in this accounting job?
The most attractive thing I think it's a non-recurrent job. Each day I do another job. Because some day I do fiscality, another day accountancy, another day we manage people, we have advice to clients, we discuss about the management of a company. And there are a lot of different things in this job. We speak about law and so. And then it's not the bookkeeping, it's not just to book an invoice. That it's not my job. But we have a lot of things. I manage also the personnel, speak with the people at the office, give advice and so on. It's really interesting.
Okay. And isn't it too difficult to manage your professional life with your social life?
Yes, it's not so easy. It's not so easy. It's depend from period to period, but actually it's a really bad period to manage that because there are lack of accountants, and then we have to manage that, and it's really hard.
And is there someone who control your work?
No,
No.
no, me.
And what is or what are your work goals?
Goal.
Yes.
For my goal, there are actually I have no specific goal. Then my goal evaluated during my life, and first when it's to acquire more experience. That now I'm a level that experience is still important, but it's another. It's not finished, but it's on my back. And now my goal is more to manage a company. This is more interesting for me than give advice also to client is important, but that's the two goals.
Could you tell us the weaknesses and strengths about your accounting job?
Oh, I think the most problematic is the stress. I have a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. And there are two angles of pressure. The first one is the client, and the second one is the state. With the law change a lot, and we have a lot of pressure with that. At the end of this year now, you know that probably there are new taxation on the liquidation, and it's a lot of work for us, and it's difficult to explain that to a client, and that means that we will spend a lot of time to explain that. And we have also all other things to do. And that's the bad point. The other point and the plus point is that very diversification of the job.
What are the skills that you need to work as an accountant, and why are they important?
I think one of the skills is to be able to change quickly. Because we have in an environment that change each year. Okay, there are also the law, but there are also the software. In the beginning, when I start, we have just we have no GSM. We have a small PC, a big laptop, and it's all. And now we do all with your computer. Without a computer, you cannot do anything. Then that's a big change, and now all is you work with the cloud, and so then you scan the invoice, you use Coda. That's a big evolution.
Okay. Are languages important for your job, and if yes, which language is the most important?
Actually, languages is not important for me because in land we speak quasi only in French. But in my life, it's really important to speak English and Dutch because English you can speak with a lot of international clients, and Dutch, but it's quite also easy when you work in Brussels, and then that's a big advantage. If you are French, that's an advantage that you have before the other French speaker.
And a very interesting question. What salary can we receive as a graduated in an accountancy, and approximately?
Approximately. I work in a management company, then it's my own company, then the salary is not really high. Why? Because it's a fiscal optimization. Then for me, I say always the salary is not really important. The most important is the passion in your work. Then it's important to earn money, that's true, but the most important thing is to have a good implication in your work, and after that you will discuss about your salary.
What do you think about French benefits?
I think French benefit will be it's not a good idea because there are concurrence between other people. For me, the meal checks and so will be supplemented. I think yes, they are. It's really difficult because there are some company, for example, big company give French benefit when they are control. The controller say nothing. It's quite normal. If he come to me, he say, you have 125 euro as French benefit. It's not normal. But another company, a big one, they have more. It's normal. Then I will avoid that.
Are you in regular contact with customers?
Yes. Yes. Each day.
To return with the French benefits, I would ask you is it interesting for the worker with the taxation and the retirement in the
Yes,
future?
but I think that the problem today in Belgium that the government will not do a change of that. For me, if there are no French benefits, they can grow your salary and decrease your the social charge and so. And then it's important for me. The French benefits is yes, it's important for the salary, but you have just to change the system.
Yeah.
You will earn the same money in your cash, but they have to change that.
Okay. And at which period of the year do you have the most work and why, generally?
Oh, the period begin in. We will take a year from January till May. It's a full period. After that, June will be a little bit decrease, and after that I go in holiday in July, and after that it's full work till December.
Full work.
Then there are no really specific times. In the past, November was the best period, but it changed now.
Okay.
Best period 12, less work.
And do you think that the accountancy sector is a sector where we can advance in your career? To evaluate?
Yes. When I start my career, I start with bookkeeping of invoice and bank statement. No, I don't do any booking. Then it's an evolution, and I give more advice to client. Then in the beginning you give not a lot advice to client. No, it's more. I do also more commercial work. I do also management of people. You don't do that at the beginning. At the beginning you do just bookkeeping of invoice and so. Then.
In general, do you agree with your timetable? Do you have flexible hours?
Yes. During all my life I work with flexible hours.
Great.
Yes, I have no hour to begin, and I have no hour to finish my work.
Do you like the working atmosphere where you are working now?
Yes.
Okay. And according to you, what are the positive and the negative aspects of your profession?
I tell you about the positive and negative, but positive, I think it's a really interesting job. The environment is really funny, and also the people is also. I have a team where I can speak with them, and we can go in the same way. And that's really important. And during my career, I have always that, and it's really positive. The negative is more the stress.
And the social life.
And yes, and the planning is quite difficult to organize.
And do you use, as a student of IFEC, WinBooks as an accounting software, or do you use another one?
A student? No. A student we use Cubic. Yes, and then WinBooks doesn't exist at this moment. But no, we use WinBooks, yes.
And what are your future prospects?
Future prospects? I don't know. It's we have different prospects. It's middle company and also all non-profit organizations that are quite interesting. Those prospects.
Could you consider to change your job?
No.
Never.
You can say never, but actually no.
Lastly, as far as the professional world, could you give some advice to young graduated like us?
Yes, give advice. I think it's really an interesting job. There are a lot of opportunity in this job, and actually there are really potential for you. Then I heard that a lot of students like you go to university to do more study, but I think it's not really important today. The first thing to do is to start, and after that you will see, because we give also a lot of a lot of training during your career, and you can see what's really the job, because actually I think that the students have more a theoretical view of the job and not a practical view. Then I advise to go and to start your job now.
Thank you for all your answers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.